is gone. All right. And we're on with Demi Lovato. How are you doing today?
Great, how are you?
Great. We want to wish you a happy birthday. We know that's coming up.
Thank you so much.
You're going to be 19 years old.
Yes.
I guess that's probably the hard part, is to try to tell people, I'm a human being and I'm growing up.
Right. Some people, I've heard it since I was young, like, oh, she's changed and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, you tend to change from 14 to 19. So.
It's like people forget that you're a human being.
Yeah, sometimes. It's funny, though.
When we first announced that we were going to have you on, a lot of people talked about what an inspiration you were to them, going to rehab and helping out with your problems.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it wasn't easy, but I knew that if I went, I could inspire other people to get help, and that was more important than anything to me.
It was eating disorder and emotional issues that sent you to rehab?
I was diagnosed with anorexia, binge purge type. I dealt with that, and then I also dealt with cutting.
Wow.
And, bipolar disorder. So I was in there for a few things. Was
it like an intervention that got you to go, or was it, the whole incident, the whole fight that made you say, oh, my God, I'm not this person?
Well, I think the incident definitely was like a wake-up call and was like, wow, you don't do this. Who have you become? And then I have this intervention kind of thing, and my parents were like, you need to go to treatment. We don't know who you are anymore. And, at that point, I had to go, and I went, and it was the best decision I've ever made in my life.
And I think that's great that you're so open about it. Some people would be private about it, but I think I've read things about you where you pretty much say, I want to help other people.
Yeah, I do. I think so many people keep their mouths shut in the industry, and they don't use their stories to help other people. And that's what was important to me. Is I have this theory, I don't feel like I was put on this earth just to sing. I think I was put on this earth to do more things, just like everyone else in the world. And if this is my way of helping others, then I'm going to do it,
And some people would say, well, here's Demi Lovato, a big star, and, she has everything. How could she feel so down about herself?
I think that comes back hand in hand with the whole I'm a human being thing, I've been through things that a lot of people have been through, and that was my way of coping with things that have happened to me before.
Well, I think it's great that you got help and that you're speaking out to everybody else that, if they have problems, that it's always good to ask for help.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's very important.
Put on Facebook some questions from your fans. Sarah's asked how you overcame everything.
I overcame everything by accepting my problem first, and then dealing with it, And also I have some really great family and friends around me to help me overcome things.
Okay, first off, Heather wants you to say, I love you, Heather, from Michigan.
I love you, Heather, from Michigan. You're my best friend.
Oh, that's going to work out really well. She really hit up the Facebook. And she was wondering if you're going to write a book about your whole situation, all your struggles.
I will. At some point I will, definitely. But I don't feel like my story is over yet. I'm only 19, and I have a lot to write.
And do you feel like that you still are working through your problems? Because obviously you go to rehab, and that doesn't mean it's over.
Right. The best metaphor that I heard was you're not a car, and you didn't go into a body shop, and all of a sudden you're fixed. Which is true. I deal with these issues every single day of my life, and I have my ups and downs, but at the end of the day, I know that I'm working hard for it. And I know that I want this, and it's a daily battle, but I'm going to continue to fight for it.
Now, you have the song Skyscraper, which is a great song, by the way.
Thank you.
And you could tell in the video you are just so emotional, like you're about to break down and cry in this video. Do you put yourself in the situation of the song as you're doing the video?
Yes, definitely. And I actually did break down and cry at several parts while shooting the music video. Went to that place that I was in when I recorded the song, and which was almost doubled over crying. It was a very intimate location, very private shoot. It wasn't that hard for me to get into. I want to say that character, because that's what I call it for acting, but for music, it was myself. It wasn't hard for me to do that at all.
Now, is Skyscraper about a personal issue with somebody else in life, or just everything in general coming into one?
I think it depends on the interpretation of the song by the listener. It can be about your own personal struggles and your own journey, or it could be about someone. And for me, it was the journey that I had been on with recovery.
You have a couple big celebrities working on this record with you. You actually were in the studio with Timbaland and Missy Elliott.
Yes. I was just in the studio in Miami with Timbaland, and he was incredible. We had an amazing time working together, and we made some really, really cool songs together. It was really awesome.
Now, is he producing the whole album or just a couple songs?
No, just a couple songs.
And the album, is it still slated for a September 20th release?
Yes, it is.
And do you have a name for the album?
We don't. We are still putting together all the songs right now, so we are definitely... we definitely have a little bit to go, but it's not finished. But, hopefully that'll be announced whenever we figure it out.
Well, I know you got to go, and I really want to thank you for your time because a lot of people don't realize what kind of schedule you have. And for you to take the time to talk to us, we really appreciate it.
Oh, of course. Thank you guys for taking the time to talk to me.
And we're going to go ahead and play your song. Do you want to introduce it for us?
Yes, this is my new single. I'm Demi Lovato, and this is Skyscraper. I'm gravy in the morning.
Skies are crying.